Hey, what is going on, you Bumble and Beldum? Today, going to be playing some games with Entei V, which is my most hyped card, the card I was most hyped for to come out of this set. And I'm not going to lie, I think it comes up a little bit short of what I expected from it. I still think it's pretty solid overall, but I don't think it's going to end up being a tier 1 deck like my initial prediction was. But I am still very excited to show off to you guys the list that I've come up with it so far, because it has felt really solid overall. But like I said, it doesn't feel like that tier 1 BDIF material. So Entei V, 230 HP, fleet-footed, draw a card if it's in the active spot, and then Burning Rondo, 20+20 for each bench Pokemon, both yours and your opponent's. We do put some cards to manipulate that a little bit. So it is basically just Suicune, obviously, but the power it gains over Suicune is that you do have the Magma Basin, another new card coming out of Brilliant Stars that allows you to accelerate a fire energy from your discard pile to one of your benched fire Pokemon. And if you do that, the Pokemon does take 20 damage. But basically, when you compare this to Suicune, you don't have to Melanie, you don't have to Raihan every single turn to attack. So you can use stuff like Research and Boss, which are actually the only two supporters we play in this deck, is Research and Boss. So of course, for Entei, as the main attacker, we do still run a Ludicolo line like the Suicune deck's 302 Ludicolo with 3 rare candy, because we use that Enthusiastic Dance to just hit really hard, get big one-hit KOs on VMAXs, V-Stars, stuff like that. And then the rest of the support Pokemon here, I play Mew as my main go-to support Pokemon. It's a great thing to have in the active and just use Mysterious Tail with, especially there's a lot of situations where we just don't want to attack yet, and we can just sit there with a bench full of Lotads and Mews and a Guru with no 2-prize Pokemon in play and be like, okay, opponent, you can go ahead and attack whenever you want. You can take a 1-prize knockout. I don't care, because we can make an Entei come into play out of nowhere next turn and just be attacking. So we don't need the Entei to be like set up preemptively, because it's a basic Pokemon and we have the Magma Basin just kind of accelerate the energy to it in one turn. And then we can still use stuff like Boss on that turn as well. So yeah, a couple Mews, Ludicolo line, Entei the main attacker, and then we got one Crobat, one Luminion as our support Pokemon, and both of them have felt great actually to have around. It's been nice to have the Luminion to search out the supporter sometimes. Great to have the Crobat, just has extra draw on the turn. We can research them, we can Crobat afterwards, and so on. And we play the Oranguru in here with the Primate Wisdom to help protect our cards from research, because it's our only draw supporter, our only supporter in the deck. So if we have like 2 Ludicolos in hand and we have a research as a draw supporter, we can Primate Wisdom one on top of the deck. It's safe from getting discarded from the research, and we'll have a Ludicolo to work with. So we're often Primate Wisdom, Rare Candy, and Primate Wisdoming Rare Candies and Ludicolos back to the top of the deck pretty consistently. Getting into the trainer cards for research, for Boss, like I mentioned, for the Pokemon Search cards, we play 4 Quick Ball, 2 Ultra Ball, and then 1 Evolution Instance. I play the 1 Evolution Instance because I want to be able to like find something off of Mew that isn't, you know, too taxing on our hand like an Ultra Ball can be to find Ludicolo. So we have 1 Evolution Instance in there. And then we got some energy searches because we need to get our fire energy into the discard pile. And for the energy, we play 4 fire, 4 capture. Been thinking about maybe cutting back on the capture just a little bit, and play a couple more fire, maybe like 2 or 3 capture, 5 fire, because sometimes I do feel like I do struggle to get the fires into the discard pile, and I always have like an abundance of captures floating around. But capture energy definitely such a broken card. You always want to be including it if you can, and it works in the attack cost of Entei, so it's really hard to not want to play 4 of those. What was I talking about? Yes, we got some energy searches. We can find that off Mew to then go find the energy. Also more outs to energy in general. A couple Air Balloon and 4 Scoop Up Net to help with the Mew engine, and also, you know, reset our Ludicolos with the Scoop Up Nets, or even reset a Oranguru with the Primate Wisdom. I've done that before as well, especially when we have an awkward hand we're about to research out of. 4 Magma Basin, of course, to accelerate our energy. We can get attacks off on turn 1 or consistently get attacks off throughout the game. Super important to have 4 of those. And we got some Choice Belts in here as well to increase our damage by +30 to the V Pokemon. And we also have an Echoing Horn in here, actually, to help increase our damage even further by forcing a Pokemon onto our opponent's bench. And then we'll be doing +20 damage that way. So we have a couple extra ways besides the Ludicolo to increase our damage output to get those one-hit KOs that we're looking for. And a couple Air Balloon, constantly be able to move around our Mews as a pivot. One thing I don't play in here is Switch, so it can be a little bit awkward sometimes if we go second in Open Entei. Makes things a little bit weird, but that is the list for the Entei V, guys. If you guys have been enjoying these Brilliant Stars video and you want to see more Brilliant Stars content from me, go check out the live stream, twitch.tv/AzulGG. I stream every day except Mondays now. I used to stream every day except Tuesdays, but now it's Mondays. First link in the description, give it a click, give it a follow. Been streaming a ton of Brilliant Stars shenanigans over there, trying out new decks, trying out old decks with new cards, and so on. So be sure to go check that out. And if you enjoyed this video specifically, you're excited for more, give the video a like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you know when those videos are coming out, and I think that's it, guys. If you guys need Brilliant Stars codes or cards, go check out fullgripgames.com. Go check out fullgripcodes.com. All the codes, all the cards you need are over there. You just have to head over there and go get them. Let's go ahead and let's get into some games. All right, here we go again. The coin flip will be going first. And it's not too bad to open the Entei if we do open that going first. Just going second, it doesn't feel great. Actually, I guess Mew VMAX would be like the one matchup where it's not great. Opening hand, double or candy in the hand we don't like, but the rest of it's not bad. Just need to find ourselves, of course, some kind of draw support, but up against Single Strike, it looks like, which should be a fine matchup. I have yet to play against Single Strike, but I assume it'll probably play out pretty similar to Suicune up against Single Strike, and that was always Suicune favored, definitely. So I think we should be at the advantage here. Now, our Mew could get turn 1 knocked out by a mean look from an Umbreon. If they play Umbreon, they probably do. I didn't actually quite take a look at their mulligans too much. We'll take the mulligans, though. We'll see. Yeah, there's Umbreon. So mean look turn 1 could KO our Mew. There's another Basin. This hand is weird. All the boss, I think. Grab the Entei. Go ahead and capture out a... I kind of want to go for an Oranguru because I feel like I have to try and save some of these rare candies. Serious Tail first. Got the Energy Search, which is okay, but not great. My Wisdom. Get rid of that rare candy. Can we find ourselves, I don't know, a Quick Ball? No, just a net. I think I will net the Mew, though, because I don't want it to get... I just don't want to give him a free knockout on this first turn. Yeah, I kind of just don't want to give him a free KO on this first turn. I could have actually sent up the Entei there, and to be honest, and used the ability. And I could have done that before I even actually guru'd there. I will bench the Mew. I don't mind if they're gonna go boss for the turn. I don't think I mind that too much. And then yeah, end turn, go over to my opponent. Be an interesting one for sure. Yeah, I don't really want them to get a free prize card because then it like opens up like plays for them later in the game where they can like go chase a Lotad or something and like go KO my Lotad and like stop me from getting to the big damage on a following turn or something. So yeah, I don't really like the idea of giving them like this early Mew knockout on this first turn where otherwise they wouldn't really be doing too much. And now they get this Mew KO all of a sudden, and then later in the game they don't like mess up their prize trade by going to like chase a Lotad or chase my Guru or something like that. So just like don't give them this free prize card. And now later in the game I can also just like not attack for a turn and just leave my board state with no Enteis in play and be like, okay, now I only have one prize Pokemon in play. You can go and KO one if you feel like it, but I don't really care if you do. So we also like gain that play as well. So I think this is probably fine overall. There's the research. They got Umbreons, they got Dowers set up. They've been setting up pretty well here actually. Yeah, they're setting up very well. But yeah, I don't really want to give them that out, and it looks like they would have got it there as there is the Single Strike energy, and we can actually get the KO here on my opponent's Umbreon. There's the candy top deck. So we're gonna start with Primate Wisdom here, I think, of a rare candy. Maybe I should start with Pokegear. Oh, there's a research. Okay, so now search out a fire energy, and then Magma Basin, net the Guru. I could save the other rare candy. I don't know if I need that many rare candy if I want to save the Guru for later. I think I want to save it for later. If I attach the fire, it would be tough for them to 1-hit KO my Entei, to be honest. I think I should just attach the fire for turn. Then research, yeah. And if we can fill our bench and get a choice belt, we actually KO the active here. There's the choice belt. Our bench is almost full, actually, already now. So far, so good. I kind of want to find a way to, like... We need a way to move the active, and we need another basic Pokemon. I almost want to find a way first, like an Ultra Ball or a Quick Ball or something. Discard the fire. There's the Ultra Ball. Oh, but there's the net as well. I do need another basic Pokemon, I think. I'm more likely to get the basic Pokemon. I feel like I should just take the net, to be honest. Because 120, 180, yeah, we can get the KO right here. Throw that down. Net the Mew. Send up the Entei. Bench the Mew. Bench the Entei. Crobat for 2. And then we can see 2 more cards after that. So we're hoping for a Lotad as well. There's a Luminion. But Luminion is not as not great, to be honest. There's a Quick Ball, though. That's actually an insane pull there. We can Quick Ball the Fire. We can grab the Lotad, and then we can actually even put an energy on the benched Entei, and then get this knockout on this first Umbreon. Lotad down. Magma Basin to the benched Entei. So now they can't like boss or like gust up with the Umbreon and kind of trap it in the active. Then Prime Wisdom, probably the Pokegear. In case we get Marnied, Pokegear for research or boss is a great option. Yeah, pretty insane draw there. And then, yeah, knockout on the Umbreon on this second turn here. We're in a great spot now. And it makes things awkward for my opponent, because if they leave the Lotad, you know, in play where it is, it's like, oh, now it can become a Ludicolo, and they could probably one-hit KO. And I could, like, one-hit KO their Umbreon VMAX. But it's like, if you don't KO my... But if you go KO my Lotad, then you go on odd prize cards. And it's like, now you have to take another knockout. Now I don't mind 2-hit KO on your Umbreon myself. So, yeah, it always makes things awkward for our opponent when we can set up the board state like this. Single strike tower, or Tower of Darkness, my bad. We have plenty of stadiums left though, right? Now we are down 2, but we have 2 Entei set up already, so we just need to set up like 1 more Energy XL on 1 Entei, and we should be in a pretty good spot. It shouldn't be too hard for them to attack this turn, but because we didn't damage ourselves, you know, they can't triple single strike energy to get the knockout. They can't get to the 220. They could kill my benched Entei here through that, though. They could go after my benched Entei. Or like I said, they could go after the Lotad, but they go after the benched Entei. Capture energy active, double single strike roar. But double single strike roar, they'll actually still be short on the damage. They'll only be doing 200. So they'll be 10 damage short from the KO because they have a capture on the active here instead. It doesn't mean I can't Magma Base into this Entei anymore, but I don't really need to. I have the capture in hand. I have an energy on it. This is putting us up in a great spot. Maybe we can even boss KO the Urshifu. Yeah, here come the roars, but they're going to be 10 damage short. The 230 HP of Entei coming in clutch here. Yeah, that really wasn't a great target for my opponent. They could have gone after the Crobat because they could have KO'd that, and that would have still been a 2-prize knockout. And then there's still 2 Entei KOs away from being able to close the game out. They just have to come up with those knockouts some other way. So they could have gone with that, to be honest. They could have gone KO the Crobat to just get 2 prize cards this turn. I didn't hate the Lotad KO from my opponent as well. They could have gone chase my Lotad here. But I think chasing this Entei never really does enough for them. And we can see here it's not doing enough, because they're definitely going to whiff the KO here. And then we have a chance to actually get the 1-hit KO on this Umbreon on the next turn. To decide how I want to play out this turn. Let's see what my top deck is going to be. The Pokegear. Sure. Okay. I have boss, but I can't KO the Urshifu. I think I'm going to start with the gear and just see if it gets me a research. No hits. All right. Not great. Maybe I should have used Fleet-Footed first. I was thinking I want to use Fleet-Footed afterwards. I can Fleet-Footed now. Here's the Ludicolo. If we Primate Wisdom and get the rare candy, that would be ridiculous. Primate Wisdom. Get rid of Luminion. Get ourselves. Oh my gosh. What a hit. That is actually absurd. Did we actually get the KO? 180, 280. Oh my gosh. What an absurd combination of draw what that just was. That is insane. Yes, use Enthusiastic Dance, attach the capture, and then scoop up net the Ludicolo to reset it for a future turn. And then I'll throw my Magma Basin in play, get rid of their single strike tower, and then yeah, burning. That was what a combination that was. The Fleet-Footed into the Ludicolo, into the Primate Wisdom, into the rare candy to get 3 prize cards and put ourselves just a boss away from winning this game now. We're just a boss on a Houndoom away from winning this game. We are actually in an absurd spot. That is crazy. That is so ridiculous. Oh my goodness. Yeah, we're about to clean this one up, and there's the concede. I don't blame him. What an insane turn. Yeah, there's basically no way they're making the comeback there. Wild. Getting to go first. Hopefully opening the Mew, but opening Entei going first really isn't that bad, to be honest. So opening Entei going first isn't that bad. As long as we find the energy. If we don't find the energy, then we can be in a little bit of trouble. We got the Entei, got the energy. I could open the low tab, but opening Entei definitely seems fine to me. And don't have any draw power to work with, but we have double fleet-footed before that really becomes a problem. And there's an Ultra Ball. Don't have to use it this turn either. Can just go attach active. I will put the low tab down. I'm gonna go ahead and end turn. So now we're just kind of chilling. We'll get off the fleet-footed next turn, see what my opponent has. Might go with a boss play. That is a Rowlet. Oh no. We are chasing Rowlets, I guess. We don't actually have anything that can hit Decidueye. So yeah, we do play a lot of boss though. Here we go. We play a lot of boss, but we have actually played nothing that can actually hit Decidueye. So this is going to become very interesting very quickly here. That could find us another boss to keep chasing these Rowlets. But as soon as they set up a single Decidueye, unless we've drawn like 5 prize cards, we do just lose. We do just lose to Decidueye. I have been thinking about adding one of those Moltres, one of the new Moltres to this deck actually, and that would actually give us an out to Decidueye. But I haven't added it yet. Here comes the Shady Dealings. I'm sure double Rowlet will hit the field this turn. Do we have any way to... I don't think I have a way to attack. That's a Marnie. That's not another Rowlet. Okay. There's the Marnie. Okay, so they can't find a way to get another Rowlet in play. Once again, boss the Rowlet. We do have to take some knockouts on the active eventually, though. No, not even close to a boss here. We can get Luminion or Crobat, though. Okay, another pass. No second Rowlet. Good to see. I'm gonna start with the fleet-footed here. Yeah, Luminion for boss would be great, but it would be better to even better to see a boss here. Okay. Luminion's here. I'm gonna grab the Guru. Try and Primate Wisdom into it first. Oh, actually, we could attack with Guru. Guru plus Ludicolo, actually. That's what I need to try and set up here. Primate Wisdom, the Ludicolo for now, then. My gosh, stop. So we can KO 1 and maybe even 2. I should try to get the energy on the Guru. I didn't think about that until right now. Check my energy situation. Air balloons, 2 fire, 2 energy search, 3 capture. Okay. But we need to stall for a little bit longer. We need to buy ourselves some time for that Guru to get set up. It's going to be a while. Luminion. Grab the boss. Only one. That means there's a boss prize, though, which means when we go for this prize card here, we might be able to get one. Hey, there's just the concede. I think there was a little bit more play in that game. Of course, I don't know what my opponent's hand is, but there's always the top deck. But hey, we'll take that dub over the Decidueye. Yeah, we should have started to set up the Guru as soon as possible afterwards. And then we would have been able to get 1 Decidueye. Maybe 2. We won the coin flip again. It did mulligan, but we are going first. Oh, I thought we were opening the Crobat there. I was like, all right, that's not great, but we are opening the Mew instead and have a quick ball, capture energy, so we can set up basically anything we want. We have the Crobat, so we can be aggressive on the next turn if we want. Pretty good start. We're up against Mew VMAX, though. All right. I have yet to play this matchup. I think it's a matchup where we'd want to go second if we knew we were up against it. Doesn't mean we're in a terrible spot. Just means we're in the spot we're in. Let's start with the quick ball. Get rid of a fire. Grab myself the Entei. And in this matchup, actually, we can just we get the boss 3 Genesects, to be honest. So we have a lot of ways we can win this matchup. I think ideally we want to go second and use Call for Family just to set up a bunch of stuff. But going like this isn't terrible. It's just still fine. I feel like overall. I'm gonna go ahead and quick ball away my Pokegear. I'm gonna grab another Mew here, I think. Because if they get the turn 1 knockout, I mean, it's just not good. We want like a Mew to send up potentially, so I'm just gonna like have 2 Mews in play to kind of loop through. We'll get off another Mysterious Tail as well. We did lose the Pokegear there. The Rare Candy or the Evolution Incense? I think I'm gonna go with the Evolution Incense here, because the Rare Candy is good as well, but I don't want to like lose that to researching or anything. Whereas like with the Evolution Incense, I can just like, I don't mind losing it. I'm not losing one of my Ludicolo. I'm just losing something that finds a Ludicolo. So I still need the other piece. And I have like the same amount of outs. I guess I have more outs to Ludicolo than Rare Candy, but now I don't lose that piece. You know what I'm saying? So I like it's a little bit better. Excuse me. I like this a little bit better overall. And there's the Crematic away the Ultra Ball. I feel like I've been doing this too much. The Ultra Balls have not felt ridiculously powerful in Mew VMAX. They're definitely good. Finding that perfect count, I think, is going to be the hard part, though. What is the perfect count to run in Mew VMAX? I think is going to be the question. The perfect count of Ultra Ball, because 4 feels like way too many. And we even see that, like I said, my opponent, they literally chose to Crematic away an Ultra Ball, so they weren't loving it themselves. And we could even go for a knockout on Meloetta here, to be honest. Also, the double Mew helps us play around Escape Rope. We don't lose our Lotad or our Entei. Yeah, we could just go to KO Meloetta here, to be honest, because then we can play for a 1-hit KO on a future Mew VMAX, like a Mew VMAX later in the game. We can try and get a 1-hit KO on that, and that'll even up our prize trade, so we can go like knockout Meloetta. And see, there you go, another awkward Ultra Ball from them. We can knock out Meloetta, knock out a Mew VMAX, knock out a Genesect. There's still 3 KOs. That's what we're trying to do. We could triple boss Genesect. We could knock out a Mew VMAX, a Genesect, and a Genesect. So KO to Meloetta isn't terrible. We can knock out 2 Mew VMAXs. That would be a big one to hard to make. That would be a big play. That'd be hard to make work, to be honest, but would be possible. Yeah, they're not done yet, though, for sure. They're not done yet. They had a little bit of a rough opening with these Ultra Balls, but yeah, they got some card draw. Yeah, here we go. Now they're cruising. They're putting it together now. They should be just fine. We'll see what we can put together on our turn. Double Meloetta coming in play, though. That's usually not optimal, but with the new DTE, if they're running that, it doesn't hurt as much to like go back-to-back Meloettas, and then you have the DTE, so you're still attacking with Mew on the following turn. It doesn't quite hurt as much as it felt like it did before. Ooh, the second choice belt. That is not good, because I want that on an Entei. Evolution Incense. It's going to fail it. And then draw a card off Rose Tower. Hopefully it's an Entei. So I can put the choice belt on it. Echoing Horn. That's not good now either. That's good for later. They whiffed Energy Attachment, though, so I don't have to be too aggressive, to be honest. I should... do I even want a Crobat is almost what I'm thinking, to be honest. I don't have to be too aggressive. I guess I'd like to do something this turn, but kind of becomes a question of what will I even be able to achieve. Got the boss KO potential now, and I would love to chase a Genesect to limit their draw power. Need to be able to move my active. I'm gonna start with the Mysterious Tail just to make sure we have a way to move our active. Got the Scoop Up Net, okay. So we can now net the Mew. All right, so let's net the Mew. Hold on, I got a Magma Basin first. I almost forgot. Magma Basin first. Okay, good. Net the Mew. And then let's Fleet Foot it. Let's see what we get off this Fleet Feet. Fleet Footed into another Magma Basin, so that'll be good for next turn, maybe. I think I'm just gonna go for that boss KO, like I was saying, boss KO a Genesect. If I KO anything else, they can put another Genesect down, so this also limits them to just 2 Genesect in play, which is nice. We will kind of have to go off next turn and go for a big knockout, I think. Also get 2 prize cards to work with. A Fire and an Air Balloon is insane. That is perfect. We basically have the next attack set up already then. Yeah, that's actually just really, that's some really good prize cards right there. Those are some really good prize cards. Definitely work with those. In a good spot now. Especially if we can KO this Mew VMAX that they're theoretically going to throw at us here. They do need to set it up. And with Tails on Cramomatic, it's not a good start. And like I said, we did limit them to just one Genesect in play on this turn. That's what we chose to knock out there was the Genesect. Prioritize that to make it harder for them to draw cards. Then if we didn't KO, if we KO the Melota or the Mew, they have, you know, a bench space for a third Genesect all of a sudden, which, you know, kind of helps them more than hurts them. So yeah, we want to make sure we always target Genesect in these kind of situations. So they didn't even want to Melota in play. They kind of just had to put him in play to make sure they were drawing cards with their next Genesect and so on. Another, I think that's 3 Tails on Cramomatic. So the coin flip's not going my opponent's way. And after we limited their draw power, they're not getting these Cram heads. They're going to be in big trouble. Now they've really slowed down. I think they might just be out of stuff. There's attached to the bench. Is it attached to the bench pass? That's what we'd love to see. Yeah, Meloetta and pass. Okay, love to see it. Now we don't have a super aggressive hand to follow up, but I mean it's still better than what my opponent's got going on, to be honest. So I'm gonna be in a pretty good spot. Grab an Entei. Then I'm gonna go ahead and hit up that fleet-footed. Another Lotad. Wouldn't mind having that on the bench. So we can go Tad, Entei, attach to Entei, Magma Basin. Now I doubt they play Tool Scrapper or did I fleet-footed? Yeah, I doubt they play Tool Scrapper or Marnie. I'm just gonna hold everything though, just in case they play Tool Scrapper, because it wouldn't be too ridiculous if they play Tool Scrapper. Because like if I put that on the second choice spot, they could remove that. That could become a big deal. They do have a pretty small bench now. That's the thing. We've been taking these knockouts. They haven't been filling up their bench again. So they actually have a pretty small bench. So actually right now, even with Ludicolo, 220, yeah, I need the Choice Belt or the Echoing Horn to actually get the knockout. I don't want to Echoing Horn a Genesect and play for them either. So there we go. Got themselves an Elsa's Sparkle. So they will finally be able to pull off an attack this turn. It took them a little while. But I'm feeling good about getting the return KO here on this Mew. For sure. Or at the very least, just kind of hitting it. But I think I'll be able to get the KO pretty easily here, to be honest. I'm feeling pretty confident about getting the KO on this Mew here. I think we can definitely put that together. If not, just hitting it is pretty good. We have 3 prize cards left, so we'd want to maybe go for a boss if we're not one-hit KOing it. But getting the one-hit KO... I mean, we're just a rare candy short. Plenty in the deck. I'm feeling pretty good about that, to be honest. We can get a research or just get the rare candy itself off our Mew. And we have a net in hand, so we have a couple Mysterious Tails to work with here. We don't just have one. And we could even get more nets off the Mysterious Tails. Like if we whiff the rare candy, we could get another scoop up net and then just keep going Mysterious Tail, Mysterious Tail, Mysterious Tail, and then find the rare candy, hopefully. Yeah, there's the 210. But we have like an extra turn to work with as well, like I said. We could even just get a boss return, KO the Genesect, or even KO the Meloetta. But maybe KO the Genesect would be better to take away their options. But with the Mew, let's see what we top deck. Energy Search. No options. Okay. I mean, let's tail. There's the rare candy, the only option. Okay, so I think we have this one locked up here. Gonna go ahead and Ultra Ball and get rid of the Scoop of Net and the Magma Basin. Okay. Grab ourselves a Ludicolo and big hit to close it out here. Rare candy, one of our Lotads. Enthusiastic Dance. Yes. So we're doing 180. So Air Balloon, Choice Belt, I think should be enough. Oh my gosh, let me send it up. I always click on it instead of, what's it called? Yeah, 310. There we go. Goodbye, Mew. And we take the dub over the Mew VMAX. This matchup, I think, is actually just really good for Entei because you can play it really slow. Like I said, if we know we're up against Mew VMAX, I think we want to go second and we want to use, like, keep calling on Lotad. Just set up a bunch of Lotad and then be like, okay. And it's like, you know, play a research return. Just set up to have an Entei for the next turn. But don't put an Entei in play, and then just from there, initiate the prize trade and try and just get ahead. But yeah, get the number of the Mew VMAX in this last one. And that's going to do it for the games with the Entei deck. I don't think it's as good as I thought it was going to be. I'm not going to lie. But I think it is still a pretty powerful card. And maybe won't have its moment immediately. But I think, yeah, Magma Basin plus Entei, it's got to be good at some point, I feel like. If you guys enjoyed the video, give a like. Enjoy the content. Be sure to subscribe and hit the bell. I'll see you guys tomorrow.